Have you ever felt stuck, trying to achieve a really big goal, maybe getting fit or learning a new skill? We often think it needs some massive effort, right? Like a huge dramatic leap. But what if the real key isn't those grand gestures? What if it's actually the quiet, consistent power of small, almost boring, everyday habits? Today, we're doing a deep dive into James Clear's Atomic Habits. And our mission really is to unpack how these tiny, tiny changes can genuinely create massive results in your life.
Yeah, and what's really fascinating here, and something people often miss, I think, is how Clear takes all this complex behavioral science and boils it down. He gets to this single, undeniable idea: compound growth. It's not just for money in the bank, it's actually shaping who you are silently. It's sort of the invisible force behind mastering anything.
That's a really powerful way to put it. And it makes so much sense when you stop and think. The book gives this incredible example, kind of blows your mind if you just get 1% better each day. By the end of the year, you're not just a bit better, you're like 37 times better than when you started. That's exponential transformation, isn't it? Not just gradual improvement. Does he talk about whether that, levels off, or can you just keep going with that 1%?
That's a good question. Clear sort of implies it's continuous because habits aren't really a destination you reach. It's more about a constant process, always iterating. And crucially, the flip side is just as important. Those negative habits, they compound too, that seemingly tiny 1% worse each day. Well, it can really erode your progress.
Yeah.
And so subtly, you might not even realize it until you're way off track. It just highlights how critical those small daily choices really are.
Okay, so it sounds simple enough in theory, but applying it, that's the tricky part, right? How does Clear suggest we actually build these good habits? And maybe even tougher for some of us, how do we break the bad ones?
Right. He gives us this remarkably simple framework. Four laws, the four laws of behavior change. They're designed to make the whole process almost, well, automatic. So the first law is make it obvious.
Obvious. How so?
It means you intentionally design your surroundings, your environment, so the good habit is just unavoidable. It's right there.
Okay, give us an example for that, because that sounds like really practical prevention.
Absolutely. Clear suggests, say you want to drink more water, just keep a water bottle right there on your desk. No
Yeah.
excuses, no needing to remember or go get it. It's just there,
Yeah.
staring at you.
Right. I like that kind of practical advice. It's about setting yourself up to win, isn't it? Okay, so the second law is make it attractive. This one sounds interesting. You pair the habit you want to build with something you actually enjoy. I think I tried this once with exercise and podcasts.
Exactly. That's a perfect example. It works because your brain starts looking forward to the reward. So maybe you only listen to your favorite podcast when you're exercising. The craving for the podcast actually pulls you towards doing the workout.
Huh, clever. Okay. And the third law, make it easy. This one, well, it felt a bit weird to me at first. Reducing friction. Focusing on 2-minute starter steps. It sounds like he's saying, don't even worry about the whole habit. Just start.
Precisely. The idea is to lower that initial barrier so much that you almost can't not do it. Like, if you want to read more, the advice is just open the book, read one sentence. That's it. That tiny little action gets you past your brain's resistance. It gets you moving.
1 sense. Okay, I can see that. And then to lock it in, the fourth law is make it satisfying. So you need some kind of immediate reward, something that feels good right away.
Yes, exactly. That immediate satisfaction closes the feedback loop in your brain. It makes your brain want to repeat the action. It feels good now, not just in some distant future goal.
Okay, these 4 laws seem like a solid foundation.
They really are.
Yeah.
But what makes Atomic Habits truly stand out, I think, where it really distinguishes itself from, other habit books, is this shift away from goals based on outcomes towards identity-based change.
Identity-based change, what does that mean exactly?
Well, most people focus on the outcome. They say, I want to run a marathon. That's a goal, an outcome. Clear encourages you to shift your focus and say, I am a runner.
Ah, okay. That feels different, more fundamental. It's not just about doing something, it's about being someone. So your habits become like proof of the kind of person you see yourself as.
Exactly. It moves beyond just fleeting motivation, which we all know comes and goes. It becomes part of who you are, much more deeply ingrained.
That feels like a real aha moment for a lot of people reading it.
It absolutely is. And the real elegance here is that this framework works in reverse, too. You can use the inverse of these laws to break bad habits.
How does that work?
If you want to get rid of habits you don't want, the strategy is basically to make them invisible, unattractive, hard, and unsatisfying.
Right, the mirror image. That makes perfect sense. Give us a practical example for that one. We all struggle with something, right? Like late night phone